All right, NFL playoff predictions. We'll start with the NFC and we'll go to the AFC. Let's get this thing going. First, you got the Green Bay Packers versus the Bears. I'm choosing the Packers. I think I'm going to choose the Packers on this one. Caleb Williams. Don't know how he performs in the playoffs. Jordan Love, if he's playing, he also, I don't know. He's better in the playoffs. It's going to be a good game, but my heart's telling me the Packers. Chiefs going to win. Chiefs are not even in the playoffs. Don't know where you got that from. How you going to win How you going to win if the Chiefs are not, if you're not even in there? I'm going to keep it a buck. Like, how are the Chiefs going to win? Eagles, Niners. This might be a hot take. Give me the 49ers. 49ers versus the Eagles. Let's get it. Okay. I'm going to choose the 49ers, and they will advance to the divisional round. Don't ask me why. I have a gut feeling. Not going to lie, booski. But, I don't know. I feel like the Eagles are a more put-together team than the 49ers, but I think the 49ers will come out on top. 49ers got mad injuries, so that's going to probably hold them back a little bit. But Brock Purdy has been playing really well recently. That defense, it's kind of skeptical, you know what I'm saying? The defense is a little skeptical, but everything else I like about the 49ers. I like about the 49ers more than I like about the Eagles. Let's move on to the... Is that even a question? Is that even a question? Rams versus Panthers. Is that a question? No. That's not a question. No. By the way, the Seahawks and the Broncos have the bye, so they will play 2 weeks from now. Or so I think it's like 2 weeks. All right, obviously Rams are going to beat the Panthers. Let's go over to the AFC. Patriots versus Chargers. Drake May, you are him. I'm going to keep it a buck. But Justin Herbert sucks. He's 0-2 in the playoffs. 2 appearances, 2 losses. That's not great. Drake May has never made the playoffs. But therefore, I'm going to give it to Drake May. Beginner's luck. Do you know what I'm saying? Beginner's luck. But the Panthers, they're a more put-together team. They got good running backs, good duo running backs, good quarterback, good receivers, low-key. Stephon Diggs, whatever he's doing, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, apparently he's choking 1,000-yard season after, you know what I'm saying, an ACL tear. Or what was it? An ACL, right? Yeah, 1,000-yard season. And boys! Yo, I'm going to be watching this game, bro. I'm going to be watching this game, bro. No cap, no cap, no cap, no cap, no cap. I'm going to be watching this game, bro. Jaguars versus the Bills. That might be game of the year. Genuinely. Trevor Lawrence versus Josh Allen. Now, because initially, when I was thinking about the playoff picture, I was going to go with the Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars. Not going to lie. But I changed my mind, and I'm going to go with the Bills. Josh Allen has playoff experience. I think Trevor Lawrence has made it once in his career. And honestly, just look at this, bro. Who's going to stop Josh Allen besides the Seahawks or Rams? And if they do that, that has to be in the Super Bowl. Not going to lie. That would be epic. Not going to lie. So I'm going to go with the Bills. All right. And now you got the Texans versus the Steelers. I like the Steelers. Actually, I don't. I'm a Bengals fan. I don't like the Steelers that much. Aaron Rodgers is old. If he somehow makes it to the Super Bowl, the NFL is rigged. And yeah, the NFL is rigged if he makes it to the Super Bowl. But I'm going to go with the Texans here. Their defense... They got a good defense. I'm not going to lie. I like CJ Stroud. I like their running back, Woody Marks. He's cool. Ain't that his name? Nick Chubb is also on that roster. I like their receivers. Unfortunately, they don't got tanked out because he suffered a season-ending, or maybe even a career. It's not career, but it was just that he suffered a season-ending injury last year, which he's still not back from. Hopefully, he'll come back soon. But I like their receivers, like Nico. And I don't know. Let me see something real quick. DK Metcalf is playing in the playoffs. That actually messes it up a little bit. Because I didn't know if DK was going to play. Original thoughts, I had the Houston Texans winning. It doesn't really mess it up, bro. Give me the Texans. Oh, wow. This is going to be good. This is going to be really good. So, if my predictions is right, this is the AFC and NFC divisional round. Let's move on. Chat, what should I start with? I'll go back and forth. I'm going to start with... Tell me when to stop. Stop. Okay, we're closer to this one, so let's do this one. All right. Not going to lie. The Green Bay Packers offense stands no chance against the Seahawks defense. Do I have ball knowledge? Yeah. I think I got ball knowledge. But if Sam Darnold is on and he's not throwing, if If Sam Darnold is on and he's not throwing interceptions, give me Sam Darnold. Drake May versus CJ Stroud. Not gonna lie. Drake May is a hero. We love Drake May. And yes, we love Josh Allen. But I do believe that Drake May could make it all the way. So give me Drake May over CJ Stroud and the Texans. I'm not gonna lie. But that defense is super good. So I don't know. Crap, bro. Crap. Give me Drake May. That was a hard decision, bro. That was a really hard decision. I don't know. That Houston's defense is so good, bro. Dang, bro. That's a hard decision. All right. Now you got the San Francisco 49ers versus the Los Angeles Rams. Chat, this is going to be a good game. Probably the best game in the divisional series, in my opinion. But this game right here has the chance to be the best. But I think this will be the best just because it's a divisional game. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of stakes going on here. I rep 49ers? For real. That's not... I don't know. I'm leaning towards Rams. They have a more put-together team, I feel like. But that didn't... It would be so... But, I don't know. I'm leaning towards Rams. But I don't want... Oh, my God. Either way, it's going to be a divisional NFC championship. An AFC championship. Wow. Maybe. Depends on who I choose. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'm a lean towards the Rams. Sorry, Plag. But I'm leaning towards the Rams. It's a divisional round in the NFC Championship. Let's see if it's going to be a divisional round in the AFC Championship. And after the Super Bowl... Hey, Siri, when's the Super Bowl? Hey, Siri, when's the Super Bowl? All right. Hey, Siri. When is the Super Bowl? February 8th. On February 9th, we will look back at these playoff predictions, or even after this weekend. We'll look back at the playoff predictions and see if I got the wild card right. But if I don't, I got to do... What do I got to do if I get a game wrong? I don't know. We'll figure that out. But let's move on to the Broncos versus the Bills. Now, going into this game, I think Broncos are a slightly better team than the Bills. But, do you know who that Bills quarterback is? Josh Allen. Do you know who the Broncos quarterback is? Fraudulent Bo Nix. We do not believe, bro. I don't think the Broncos... I think the Broncos defense is going to have to help them a lot. I think the Broncos defense is going to have to carry the Broncos in the second round of the playoffs. But give me Josh Allen, bro. Wow! Oh, how the tables have turned, man. Oh, how the tables have turned. It's a divisional round for the it's a divisional AFC champion. It's a divisional. It's a divisional championship game. Now, we got the AFC and the NFC championships. Watch it. Number one in the AFC, number one defense in the league. That's true. But I don't know. It's a really hard one, honestly. Because, this would be goated. This matchup would be goated. Drake May versus... I got much respect for the Broncos. But, Josh Allen, bro. He's just so tall. He's handsome. He has a hot wife. They're having a kid. He got dash strength. But, I know you're a Broncos fan. But if you can't admit this, you're not a real Broncos fan. Bo Nix, he's bad. Well, he's not bad, but he's not great. I don't think he's a playoff caliber quarterback. That's just me. And look, bro, they don't got Lamar. They don't got Patrick. They don't got Joe Burrow. Yes, Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow puts the beat down on Josh Allen in the playoffs. Josh Allen has no one to really stop him. If it's Bo Nix, that's goated. But let's be honest, bro. I don't think Bo Nix will beat the Bills. I think the Broncos defense has to beat the Bills. I don't think Bo Nix will beat the Bills. Does that make sense? But give me the Bills versus the Patriots in the championship. Now let's go to the NFC championship to figure out who's going to be in the Super Bowl. Okay. First, this is where we do a deep dive. Matthew Stafford. How many times do I got to say it? I don't know. Let me pull up something on this monitor, though. NFL stat leaders. Matthew Stafford is at the top for passing yards. Matthew Stafford is at the top for touchdowns, I believe. But on the other side, they have probably a top 2 receiver in the league this year. The Seahawks do. Jackson Smith and Jigba. Which is low-key tough. You know what I'm saying? That's tough. JSN is tough. But team, The Los Angeles Rams lead the entire league in yards per game, in passing yards per game. But the Denver, wow. I might have messed up. Wow. Look at this graph. I don't know if this means that much, but like, look. Look at this graph. Look at this graph. Look at this graph. Look at this. Look at this. I don't know. Yo, I dead might choose the Broncos over the Bills. I don't know. This is just predictions, bro. This basically means nothing. I'm going to keep it a buck. But, like, the Broncos do lead in sacks. The Broncos do lead in sacks. Wow, dude. Bro, what you on? Drake May, balling, Broncos defense, impenetrable. Did I say that word right? All season, Mr. Sunshine is balling out. Dude, I don't know, bro. But Josh Allen. I love Josh Allen so much. Dude, I might go with the Broncos. Now, looking at this. Buffalo Bills. But that's also a problem. Not really a problem, but that's also a factor. The Bills. Josh Allen is going to have a hard time if they play the Broncos in the divisional round. If they play the Broncos, like if he makes it past Trevor Lawrence, which he probably should, he's going to have a hard time against our defense. But they also have a really pretty good tight ends and a really good running back. I don't know. It's a really hard pick. Honestly, it's a hard pick. This is a really hard pick. I damn might just flip a coin for it. Because this matchup is goated with the sauce, bro. But this matchup would be so good in the championship. This matchup would be so good. All right, I need to figure out what I want to go with my gut here. Probably the best defense besides the Houston Texans. These two are literally the best. These three. Okay, there's the three best defenses in the league are in the playoffs. That's what's awesome in my opinion. Texans, Broncos, and Seahawks have the best defense. I feel like the Broncos defense is way better. It's not way better, but it's better than the Texans, obviously. Hence, they have the number one seed because, you know what I'm saying, they got a really good defense. That's probably why. Wow, dude. This is hard. I'm going with... should I go with the Broncos? Should I go with the Broncos? F it, bro. I believe. You kind of won me over, Spider-Man 17. You kind of won me over. I'm not going to lie. But Josh Allen. But the defense. But Josh Allen. But the defense. Josh Allen. Siri. Heads is the Bills. Tails is the Broncos. Hey, Siri, flip a coin. Hey, Siri. Flip a coin. It's tails. The Denver Broncos move on to face the new... Oh my gosh, that would be cinema. Drake May versus Bo Nix? Wow, that would be cinema. Wow. Wait, it's actually clocking to me. Josh Allen, he's going to have a hard time. Josh Allen might not even make it past these guys. Jags. Okay, this is the AFC and NFC Championship. I just made up my mind after pondering for a while. This is it. Let's go on to the NFC and figure out who's going to win the championship. Oh, this is one of the best seasons we've had in a while. Can everyone agree on that one? I'm a Bengals fan. Our season was horrible. And I'm also a Saints fan. Bengals and Saints fan. But both of those seasons was pretty bad. Besides the Saints. They had a really good come up at the end of the year, which is pretty awesome to see. But this is one of the best seasons ever. Like ever, bro. Look, you don't see the Chiefs in here, bro. That's epic. That's really epic. And the playoffs are good again. Or the playoffs. The Patriots are good again, dude. All right, let's move on to the NFC Championship. Who should I lean towards to? The Seahawks or Rams? Not gonna lie. Seahawks won the last time. It's hard beating the same team twice. Give me the Seahawks, bro. Give me the Seahawks, man. Give me the Seahawks to go to the Super Bowl. And over here. Some may hate this decision. Some may like this decision. But Drake May versus Bo Nix. The 1 and 2 seed. Drake May, an MVP runner-up. Bo Nix. I mean, it's Bo Nix. Imagine Perk Rogers versus Josh Allen for the AFC Championship. That's really hard to imagine because Aaron Rodgers is a fraud. I'm gonna keep it a buck. He's really old. He needs to hang it up after this season. But that would be a cinema AFC Championship, not gonna lie. Bo Nix versus Drake May. I love Drake May. I got him in my fantasy team. I love Drake May. He was a late pickup. I didn't draft him because I didn't know his ball. Didn't know he was gonna have an MVP type season until that season happened. I love Drake May. And Bo Nix is cool. Okay, and the whole thing is ended. Never mind. I can't even check my team no more. I love Drake May. I love the Patriots team. Patriots have a better offense by far than the Broncos. Broncos defense is way better than the Patriots by far. I don't know. I feel like the Patriots won it, bro. I feel like the Patriots just won it, bro. I'm leaning towards the Patriots here. Dang, I'm leaning toward the Patriots. Patriots versus Seahawks Super Bowl. Drake May wins it. Imagine. Give me the. I'm gonna make this suspenseful for the. I'm gonna make this very suspense for the YouTube video. I'm gonna take the team that's better than the other. And that team that I think is better than the other is the Tom Brady-less New England Patriots. This is my Super Bowl matchup for the 2025-2026 season. And boy, is it cinema. Boy, this is the playoff prediction. Look, just look at that. Take a good look at that. This is my playoff prediction. And wow, it's going to be nice. It's going to be good. It's going to be real good and nice. Not going to lie. But that's my playoff prediction up to the Super Bowl. And who I have winning the Super Bowl? Drake May has played like 4 teams with a winning record. Match the Broncos schedule versus Drake May's. Versus the Patriots? Okay. This is the... This was preseason. This was regular season. Alright. This is the Broncos schedule. They played a bad Tennessee team and beat them by 8. This was when the Colts were really good. Week 2. They lost by 1. They lost to the Chargers. They beat the Bengals, a really horrible, beat-up Bengals team, by a lot. They beat the Eagles. That's actually a good win. They barely beat the Jets. Barely beat the Giants. Beat the Cowboys by a decent bit, but the Cowboys suck. Beat Houston. That's actually a good win. But I don't think CJ Stroud was playing. But Davis Mills is really good. Barely beat the Raiders. Barely beat the Chiefs. Had their bye week. Barely beat the Commanders. I don't think they had Jayden Daniels. Well, they did. That's when Jayden Daniels destroyed his arm, isn't it? I'm pretty sure that's the game. Barely beat the Raiders again. Beat the Green Bay Packers. Lost to the Jags. Which was actually insane. I don't know how they did that. Beat the pretty horrible Chiefs team. And then beat the Chargers. So they beat bad teams. Alright, you can't really use the schedule thing because the Patriots and Broncos both had a really easy schedule. Let's look at the Patriots schedule. Where is that? Because that's like a good link, Loki. Where's it at? Wild card. Alright, regular season. They lost to the Raiders. Interesting. The Raiders have the #1 pick. Interesting. Beat the Dolphins by a little bit. Lost to the Steelers. Interesting. Blew out the Panthers. Beat the Bills by a little bit. Beat the Saints by a decent bit. Not that much, though. Blew out the Tennessee Titans. I think everybody does that. Blew out the Cleveland Browns. I think everybody does that. Barely beat the Falcons by 1. Barely beat the Bucks. A slowing down Bucks. Beat the Jets better than the Broncos beat the Jets. That's fairs. But I'm pretty sure didn't the Broncos beat the Raiders? The Broncos did beat the Raiders by a little bit. Drake May barely beat the Raiders. Beat the Bengals by 6. Blew out the Giants, basically. Lost to the Bills the second time by 4. Drake May blew a 25-0 lead in this game or something like that. Beat the Ravens. Blew out the Jets. Better than the Broncos did. Twice. Obviously, because it's their division. Blew out the Dolphins. And that's the regular season. Interesting. You see, that kind of changes the game. In reality, seeing Trevor Lawrence make it would be epic. I'm going to keep it a buck. But I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think Trevor Lawrence is going to make it that far. But it'd be so awesome to see it. And, no, Trevor Lawrence, prove me wrong, bro. Please, I want to see you win a Super Bowl. That would be epic. But I just don't have you winning. I've been recording for 22 minutes. That's way too much. Give me... No. The... Crap, bro. Bro, if it's the Broncos, it's going to be such a low-scoring game. Because both of these offenses are pretty not great. But they're... You know what I'm saying? Both of the defenses are really good, which, you know what I'm saying, I'm leaning towards the Patriots. Both of these guys' schedules was horrible. They had an easy schedule, cakewalk schedule, hence their record. Hence why they're the 1 and 2 seed. Dude. Drake May. Bo Nix. Really good defense. Really good offense. I think they're like second in points per game behind the Rams. Patriots have a bad defense. Bo Nix gonna score. Patriots have a good offense, but the Broncos lead the sacks and average 6 points a game, I believe. The Broncos defense averages 6 points a game, or the Broncos average 6 points a game? What do the Broncos average a game? 2025 average. 25 points. Is that good enough to win the Super Bowl? This is very interesting. I'm leaning towards the Patriots. I don't know why. But the Broncos are really good. Or their defense is really good. And their offense... Has their offense started heating up? Which team has won more Super Bowls? The Patriots. Out of all of these teams. So if you pair it with bad defense, Bo Nix is capable of throwing 4 touchdowns. He has multiple TD games. So does Drake May. This is where it gets interesting, bro. Look, if you go Drake May versus Bo Nix 2025 stats. Drake May versus Bo Nix. Fantasy points. Drake May does have the best completion percentage. Drake May has more yards per attempt. Drake May has more touchdowns. Drake May has less interceptions. Drake May has been sacked more. What's the highest defense the Patriots have played? Who have the Patriots played again? Probably the Texans. We're really doing a deep dive here. I love it. It's kind of cool. Probably the Texans, no? And I think they won or lost? Did they win that game? Did they win that game or did they even play them? Okay, the highest defense they played, looking at this, it's probably the Browns. I think this was the best defense they played. And he got sacked 5 times in this game and still blew him out because the Browns' offense sucks. And I think he got sacked more than 5 times, I'm pretty sure, but I know Myles Garrett had 5 sacks this game and they still won. Which is kind of aura. Like, you get sacked 5 times by one player and you still beat him up by a lot, that's tough. Dude, I don't know, bro. Looking at this, Drake May is obviously the better quarterback. We can agree on that. Drake May is obviously better than Bo Nix. Obviously. Like, by a landslide. But Bo Nix has the better defense. Game log? Let's look at this. What does this mean? Oh, shoot, here we go. Week 19. Okay, I think I've made my decision. I'm going with a team that is really good. But both of these teams are really good. You got the Broncos and the I really want to go Patriots, bro. But I don't think Drake May has it in him. Bo Nix has playoff experience, but he got first rounded. That kind of sucks. Should I go with the better defense? Should I go with Spyman's prediction? I'm putting 100 on Drake May. Okay, so I won't go Drake May, so you hit that. Alright, since you're putting 100 on Drake May, I'm going to go with the Broncos. Broncos versus Seattle Seahawks championship. But this is where the Broncos fail. I think the Seattle Seahawks will win the Super Bowl. Like, no cap. I think the Seattle Seahawks will win the Super Bowl. They have the better offense. I think their defense is really good. I'm not going to lie. Broncos are not winning the Super Bowl. That's my prediction. Okay, so this is my prediction. Green Bay over the Bears. 49ers over the Eagles. Rams over the Nabro rematch. No Legion of Boom. Nabro rematch. Broncos win the rematch. Seahawks have the best wide receiver in the league. A really good defense. And the Broncos have a really good defense. No real weapons on offense, if we're being for real. This is my prediction, bro. I'm not gonna lie. This is my prediction for the 2025-2026 playoffs, or 2026 playoffs. I have the Super Bowl champions being. Bro, that's all copium. We want Josh Allen to win. That's fairs. We all do want Josh Allen to win, but I think Seattle's going to win it. That might be an OD prediction, but I do think Seattle's going to win it. Like and sub. This is what we going on YouTube. It's a very long video. I'm sorry. Like and sub.